Quarters are in abundance here for the American Matt Hughes.
Any questions from the red corner? All right, gentlemen, shake hands, fight clean, fight hard, fight fair. Let's go.
Here we go. Someone will leave a champion either for the first time or once again in this battle between that man, George St. Pierre, and that man, Matt Hughes. Big John McCarthy, our referee. This bout will be scored by Eddie Bravo.
Are you ready? Let's get it on.
Eddie Bravo providing our scoring here in the booth. The only American to tap with Gracie, our good friend Eddie Bravo here tonight. Early on, what do we expect to see? What is the tactic that you believe Hughes or St. Pierre will take?
Well, St. Pierre, I feel, doesn't want to be taken down by Matt Hughes. He has to feel that his advantage is going to be in striking. He's going to come in, again, like he is. He's circling left, circling right, not making a stationary target for Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes on the other end is going to want to wait. If St. Pierre comes in and overextends himself, I don't believe that.
Early it goes to the mat. Hughes trying to work a choke. It is Matt Hughes on his back. We know one thing. Wrestlers are not the most comfortable human beings on their back.
And I would say Matt Hughes is probably past that definition now. I think he's very comfortable there. He's good on his back. He has skills. I think he's a little surprised that St. Pierre, as all of us, shot on Matt Hughes.
Now, St. Pierre has good quicks, if you will, at just 23 years old. The one thing you see, and you look at the physique, I mean, this is an incredible athlete in George St. Pierre.
He is. His speed advantage is definitely going to St. Pierre. He's a very quick athlete. If he can keep the fight elusive like this and moving around, definitely into his favor, instead of being in a clinching, grinding match with Matt Hughes, which would be in Matt Hughes' favor.
And I'm sure that is what St. Pierre wants to do. St. Pierre said he trained for this fight full-time. If he's grown up anywhere in the last 9 months to a year, it's in the mental side of the game. He was extremely confident when we visited with him earlier this week. Respectful but confident. Combination glances off the chin. Hughes is looking for the big slam.
Great defense so far by St. Pierre. Let's see if he's able to defend the shot. This is going to be a definite deciding factor in the fight, because Matt Hughes easily gets the takedown, discouraging for St. Pierre. If St. Pierre is able to keep Matt Hughes from taking him down, it's going to say something about this fight.
There it is. Matt Hughes 101 into the guard, and the guard is open.
Matt Hughes is so powerful. St. Pierre, though, not skipping a beat. He's going right for the Kimura.
And St. Pierre, remember, as well as being a wrestler, has Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Kimura's blocked right now by Matt Hughes. You can see that he reached across the waist and he has actually locked his hands together. If he keeps that locked up, there's no way he can pull out the Kimura. But then again, Matt Hughes isn't throwing punches right now either.
Keep working, come on. I got to tell you, I'm very impressed with St. Pierre right now. The expression on his face was of complete serenity. He was calm as all. I can't believe you're being on the back with Matt Hughes against the cage to be that calm and composed. Very impressed.
St. Pierre has been working out with the Canadian national wrestling team, a couple of Olympians, his training partner, over the last couple of years. And the last couple of months, more specifically. Matt's eye looks to be bloodied up just a little bit, the right eye. Spinning back kick into the midsection of Matt Hughes.
That took a lot of wind to get caught with that in the midsection. The diaphragm locks up, and it just spits all your out. You get the wind knocked out of you to get caught with a shot like that. Again, another testament to St. Pierre's athletic ability and as a martial artist. Not many spinning side kicks thrown in the arena here, not the octagon.
As I see the high kick answered, but not connected by Hughes. It's actually the left eye that seems to be a bit bruised and battered on Matt Hughes.
Who knows? There's so much clashing going on. It doesn't know if St. Pierre actually landed something. Could have been even in the takedown and taking the guy down. There's just so much is going on in the ring. Cuts come up everywhere. Nice stiff jab.
Good straight punches by St. Pierre.
Great defense so far. Hips back, but then again, Matt Hughes doing what Matt Hughes does.
Now, it certainly seems that George St. Pierre, as you talked about, is extremely comfortable, especially on his feet.
Matt Hughes is past the guard of St. Pierre. Not a good position for St. Pierre. He's going to go and reestablish the guard and get back up to his feet. Putting the knee up there, I know looks funny to a lot of people. It looks like maybe he's trying to rest, but what he's actually doing is trying to stop the mount. He's keeping Matt Hughes from being able to cross his knee over the midsection.
Looking good, guys.
45 seconds remains in round number 1. It'll be interesting to see what our own Eddie Bravo thinks, because there have been points scored in this round by George St. Pierre. Now the relentless attack of Matt Hughes in an open guard, now being utilized by St. Pierre. This is where Matt is at his best, though, the ground and pound.
And St. Pierre's guard is very good. He just avoided a big-time elbow. He was able to push to the outside and cross over. So far, again, he doesn't seem like he's being tired out by being on the bottom.
Well, we saw that straight punch glance off of Matt Hughes' chin. And Matt trying to finish this round one with a flurry and scores some points. Matt Hughes like a submission, and it's all over! It's all over! Matt Hughes with a submission victory! Bang! Armbar over! Matt Hughes is once again the welterweight champion!
Beautiful armbar transition. Goes to show Matt Hughes is just not a wrestler. Like I said, he's able to evolve.
And that was literally at the end of round one. Literally at the very end. And Matt Hughes wins by submission. Expect the unexpected here tonight in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Wow, you talk about exploding.
That was a very quick armbar. Here we go. We see Matt Hughes is on the one side, damaging with punches and great technique. He throws a bunch of punches. St. Pierre goes for a Kimura. The counter to that is a step over the head and go for a straight armbar by switching over. That was a real combination, great jiu-jitsu flow. Here's another look from the other side. Again, punching. You can see St. Pierre locked up the Kimura, but he let Matt Hughes pass his legs. Matt Hughes stepped over the head and hit an armbar. That is perfect answer for jiu-jitsu for jiu-jitsu.
And who do you credit part of that to? When you're Matt Hughes, you credit that to Jeremy Horn.
Exactly. Jeremy Horn, one of the great jiu-jitsu guys.
Yep.
There was another look at the spinning side kick that landed on Matt Hughes. I think obviously it hurt him for him to dive in with a bad shot right after the bat.
I'll tell you what, Hughes had his hands full, and I think both of you and I were in a bit of a state of disbelief at how comfortable it seems St. Pierre was. But bam, with that big hit, the armbar, Matt Hughes is once again the welterweight champion. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 59 seconds of the first round. For the winner by tap out due to an armbar, and now again, the UFC welterweight champion of the world, Matt Hughes.
And what a great show of class by George St. Pierre as he hoists Matt Hughes upon his shoulders in celebration.